Okay, thank you everybody for joining. Let's talk about peptides. Super cool topic, very on trend. What is a peptide? So peptides are nothing more than amino acids. They're chains of amino acids in your body today. So they're naturally occurring, and they're a part of a new branch of medicine called regenerative medicine. Regenerative medicine is really all about helping your body repair and restore itself and giving it the materials to do that. Peptides are one of those things. I want to talk for a minute specifically about midlife women and why peptides can really be a great choice and make a significant difference in your life if you're seeing certain symptoms. So, specifically, a couple of the things that happen as we are going through this hormone decline process are one, weight gain, right? So the first thing that happens is with the loss of estrogen, we are losing muscle mass, and muscle mass is what keeps our metabolism running. So losing that, unfortunately, doesn't allow us to consume as many calories, but most of us don't know that. So we just keep eating the same way we've been eating and wondering why we're putting on this belly fat. So peptides can help us to correct that. We'll talk about how in a minute. Secondarily is anti-aging overall. And so when you think about aging, you think about things like your skin quality, maybe getting a little saggier and less plump. You think about muscle tone again, but also cognition, your brain function, another area that's very much impacted by hormone decline. Thirdly, calm and stress, I put those together, stress actually, and anxiety are things that happen with the loss of estrogen. And so the anxiety levels can really have an impact on cortisol, belly fat. I mean, you're starting to see how these all roll together. But what we want to talk about is how can we consider using things like peptide to help reduce anxiety or depression and make us feel more generally peaceful. Sleep quality is impacted also by the loss of estrogen. So another area where peptides can help. Sexual health or well-being is an area a lot of us have problems with. So there's problems with vaginal dryness as a starting point, and libido, maybe not having that interest in intercourse that you used to. And then lastly, as I've already somewhat mentioned, you're losing about 1 to 2% of muscle mass each year, which can add up to 6 to 10 pounds over a decade. And that may not sound like a lot, but as you're thinking about what you want to be doing in the future, do you want to be carrying your grandchildren upstairs? Do you want to be going on trips and putting your luggage in the overhead bins or hiking a mountain? If you want to do those things, you've got to retain your muscle mass. We want to keep you mobile. So peptides can be a part of your overall longevity or healthcare plan to extend your health life, right? Your health span and your life. Your health span is really just those number of years that you're really able to operate at your best versus your lifespan, which is just how many years you're going to be on the planet. So let's talk specifically about each peptide. There's really 4 I'd like to call your attention to. One is semaglutide, and you have probably heard about this. As a matter of fact, Oprah did a special about a week ago, and she talked about, not specifically semaglutide, but she talked about how these weight loss drugs are helping her to get her arms around her appetite and what they call food noise, which is how much you're thinking about food throughout the day. So what semaglutide does, it impacts your ghrelin and leptin levels. Those are the hormones that help to manage your appetite. So by suppressing that to some degree, we're putting you in a position to control your cravings and to not think about food quite so much. What I love about this is you can combine this at the same time with making some changes in lifestyle. So taking a look at what you're eating and when you're eating, and then also getting exercise into your life again. And all of these come as you're starting to drop weight from the semaglutide. So you're starting to feel better. So it's the right time to start addressing some of those lifetime issues. So semaglutide is number 1. The next on the list is something called sermorelin. Sermorelin really has 2 purposes and they kind of tie together, but I'm going to talk about anti-aging in whole. So again, skin elasticity, brain function, energy levels, and also muscle tone. And I know it sounds like a lot for one peptide to handle, but sermorelin is kind of the superpower here in terms of helping with all of that. What it does is it helps you with your current growth hormone emissions. It helps to increase that a little bit. So you're actually dropping a little more of your personal growth hormone into your body, which can help to firm up some of these things I just mentioned. And just so you feel or you understand how natural this is, your body used to actually give off more growth hormone. It's just we lose that ability as we age. And so this is sort of kicking that back into high gear. I'm going to skip over the next slide, which is talking about muscle growth, which is something Semerelin is a catalyst for. And I'm going to skip directly to sexual health or well-being. So PT141 is a peptide that can help with a couple of different things with regard to your sexual well-being. It can address both libido in your using your brain to help to increase your desire. And so when you're increasing desire, your arousal is increased. And so it also helps with sending blood flow to the sex organs. And this is actually both usable for males and females, but increasing that blood flow in the sexual organs obviously helps as well with getting you excited and ready for intercourse, which is going to help ease the process overall. So something very, very useful for women in these midlife years when that can all tend to become problematic. The last one I'm going to talk about is something called VIP nasal spray. And I'm actually going to skip this slide and move to sleep quality because that's a big issue for a lot of us. The VIP nasal spray is actually known to moderate your neurotransmitters and help with some of the like dopamine, some of the different chemicals in our bodies that can help us to calm down and actually be more relaxed, which is what you need when you think about sleep quality. So VIP nasal spray has had a lot of success for people in not just going to sleep, but really staying asleep and having that full night rest, and then ultimately waking up refreshed the next morning. So I've just talked about 4 different peptides for you to consider. I want to tell you briefly about our partnership with Dr. William Seed's company called Telegenics. And Dr. Seeds is actually revolutionary. He was really kind of the father of peptides in the United States. He's been working in this field for decades and is by many noted to be a genius in this area. He's actually founded the Seeds Institute for Peptides, and all of the physicians that are on staff at Telegenics are trained through him. So you can feel really good about the quality of product and also the quality of education that all of these physicians have in prescribing and working with you to optimize your peptide experience. So how do you get started? Well, the first thing you do is you just go to our website, B-untethered. You'll see the page on peptides and you click there, and then you'll figure out what your care plan is. What is it that you're looking to accomplish? Is it weight loss? Is it better sleep quality? Is it muscle tone? And then from there, we'll get you started in the program. I don't want to go into the details now and get you overly excited, but definitely check it out. We're excited and we hope to have you on board.